Welcome back and on to the show now. Let's talk about Zensar Tech because this company did report its numbers and numbers seems to be pretty good. And this time, a couple of the important segments have seen a rebound from the likes of healthcare as well as BFSI. But let's understand more from the management itself that how the numbers did pan out in this particular quarter as well as what is the outlook going ahead. And for all of that, we have been joined by Manish Tandon, who is the CEO and MD of Zensar Technologies. Hi Manish, a very good morning. This is Shrishti on the other side. Firstly, wanted to understand that we did see a good bounce back in growth in Q1, and that was indeed led by the BFSI and the healthcare segment. But do you expect the momentum in these verticals to sustain going forward as well?
Actually, Shrishti, this is the second quarter in a row where all our verticals, all the four verticals have shown a sequential growth. So it's not just, of course, BFSI and healthcare life sciences has done very well. And of course, next few quarters also, we are expecting growth. As far as the quarter is concerned, I mean, there are headwinds, there are tailwinds. Headwinds are obviously one of our TMT, a couple of our TMT clients actually have announced a furlough in July. The second headwind I anticipate is this shifting of some of the dollars, project dollars from capital projects to towards security and disaster recovery, thanks to the worldwide outage due to CrowdStrike. So those are the headwinds. The tailwinds, as I said, we continue to do well with our clients. We continue to remain engaged. In fact, I am inundated with mails from our clients whom we have helped recover from the CrowdStrike crisis. And one of them is a police department actually for a large city who have actually thanked our team to make sure that we made sure that their 911 calls and all those things went through with minimum disruption. And second is, of course, that all our verticals this is the second quarter in a row that all our verticals have seen growth, sequential growth, and we are hopeful that we'll be able to continue that growth.
Hi, Mr. Tandon. This is Cheryl also joining in the conversation. And given the fact that you spoke about CrowdStrike and what exactly happened last week, so I'm intrigued. In fact, I was going to ask you about high tech, but let me first ask you about that, given the fact you've already shed some light on it and the fact that the entire issue with CrowdStrike, you did speak about how it impacted some of your clients, but what about, could you dwell in some more details on the client relationship, the overall impact analysis that you have on back of that, given the fact that this do you think this impact will trickle down? Because you did say it's one of the headwinds, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, see, this thing happened last Friday, 4 days back. In fact, even my flight was cancelled. And what I can say is that I am basing this comment on what I have seen in the past in scenarios like this, where there is a big outage or a cybersecurity issue or a threat, and suddenly, you see some of the capital expenditures being diverted towards making the infrastructure more robust. In some cases, it is small. In some cases, it can be large, but usually there is some impact that I have seen, and hence my comment about it as a headwind.
But talking about some headwinds, Manish, just wanted to understand that what about the high tech though? Now, do you expect that going ahead Q2 to be a bit more soft due to some unexpected furloughs because of this particular segment? Can you have more hit coming in?
As I said, I mean, there are headwinds and there are tailwinds, and we, as the management team, we want to make sure that we ride the tailwinds and avoid the headwinds to the extent possible. The team has done a lot of work in diversifying our client base, which was very heavily concentrated in the TMT sector. so that the effect of headwinds in the TMT sector can be minimized.
Right. You did speak about headwinds. We've not spoken about the tailwinds in particular, but let me ask one question about the margins, and maybe you can say what sort of a tailwinds also are you witnessing actually, Mr. Tandon, because your margins have slipped a bit despite no wage hike. So what gives you the confidence that the margin will stay around 14 to 15% for the entire year?
Our adjusted margin is actually 16.3%. One of our clients declared bankruptcy, and we had an outstanding of about $1.7 million or so. And by norms of prudent accounting, we took the entire hit as if we will not recover any receivables. This is Chapter 11, and there have been instances where recovery has been 100%. There has been instances where recovery has been 25%, 10%, but we have gone ahead and taken the entire receivable as if it will not be collected. If we remove that, then the EBITDA margin moves from 15.2 to 16.3%, which is well within the range. Actually, it's slightly higher than the range that we have been quoting.
Just a week back, you made that Bridgeview acquisition as well. So if you can talk to us about that, are you confident that it won't be margin and EPS dilutive? And what does this acquisition bring to the table?
Oh, I'm so excited about that acquisition. As you know, healthcare life sciences as a vertical we started just 2 or 3 quarters ago. This is the Bridgeview family. We actually met them last week after closing of the acquisition. Both the teams are very, very excited. And for those of you who don't know, this is an acquisition in what is known as the pharma commercial space. For those who are conversant with the industry, this is in the Viva CRM space. As we know that there is a lot of action happening in the Viva Salesforce space because Viva has decided to move away from the Salesforce as a platform, and Salesforce is now ready to launch its own platform. So there are some exciting things happening in this space, and we have got some excellent members joining us, and I'm really very excited about that the acquisition. While financial statements, we have done the filings on all the financial data. You asked a specific question, and I can assure you that this acquisition will not be margin or EPS dilutive this year.
Thank you so much for that clarity, actually, Mr. Tandon. But thank you so much for joining us also on the show, for being very candid about what transpired in the quarter gone by, what are the headwinds, tailwinds, and what sort of margin expectations should one keep an eye out on for the ahead quarters coming in for Zensar Tech, and all the very best for you as well. So thank you so much for joining us on ET Now.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to ET Now.